Hi, Bridgette Griffiths here from Your Address Real Estate, and today I'm back with Guy Gibbons, CEO of Bennett Carroll Solicitors. So welcome back, Guy. Thanks for coming in today. Guy, today I'd love to talk about pool rules on contracts of sale. What are the pool rules, and if I'm selling or even a buyer, what do I need to know?
There's a whole lot of confusion about pools in Queensland. We have a new Australian standard for pool fencing and pool safety, which applies all around Australia except in Queensland. Don't ask. The short message for sellers is you need a pool safety certificate. So you need a certificate issued by a licensed inspector that says that the pool fence is safe. And that has an expiry date. So get one.
2 years, don't they?
It depends what kind of property.
Yes,
some 1 year, some 2 years.
Yep.
But they last for the sales cycle, so
Sure.
it's not like you need to get them right at the death. But just get one, get that done, have it available, give it to your listing agent so that it's there. There's a disclosure section in the standard contract that says there is a certificate or there is no certificate. Now you can actually sell a property without a certificate, and the buyer can say, don't worry, I'll do it, and the buyer has a certain number of days, and it's 60 days to get the certificate after settlement. But we always try to say to our sellers, get the certificate, because it's one less thing the buyer can chisel you about and can negotiate changes to the contract and reductions to the price about. If the buyer says, is there a certificate, and the agent's able to say, there it is, that issue's now gone. It's not something that a buyer can squeeze a seller about. There are all sorts of little sub-rules and items in the Australian standard. You don't need to worry about that.
Okay.
If you're a seller, just get yourself a certificate. If the inspector says you need to change something, do it, because it just becomes a non-issue for the sale.
Sure.
It's the easy way out, really. And it's been set up to make sure that you have the certificate, so that as all properties in Queensland get let or get sold, and the same rules apply to putting a tenant in, as all properties in Queensland get let or sold, all the fences get inspected, and everything will become compliant with the new Australian standard as varied by the Queensland government.
I like that little inclusion at the end, only in Queensland.
Yes.
So if I'm leasing a property, I also need to have that certificate in place as well as selling, yes?
Now, if you're selling a unit that has a pool in a common area, you'll usually find that whoever's looking after the letting pool has a certificate that's current. Just check the expiry date on it. Sure. Because the standard sale contract has a couple of times when the certificate needs to be produced, and they actually have a little gap in the middle of it.
Sure. So if I've got like a 90-day contract on a townhouse,
yes, and you've got a certificate that's going to expire in 45 days, then you will actually need to get the certificate extended, or get a replacement certificate for it, so that it runs out past settlement, because you've got an obligation to present the certificate within a certain number of days of signing the contract, and again at completion.
Okay.
So we have had a situation where we've had a certificate expire in the middle, and a buyer wanting to escape, kicking up a fuss about it. But just watch that expiry date. If particularly if you're getting it from, if you're selling a unit in a complex that has a pool and you're getting the certificate from a third party,
body corporate, for example,
or the rent pool manager, just make sure that the date is after your likely settlement date.
Okay, great advice. Thanks so much, Guy. Thanks again.